What's going on? 5:57, April 28th, 8:29 p.m., 2025. I'm tired of shit, to be honest, so I'm not really feeling it. Didn't want to record a show, but here we are. So, it's not like I've been doing this for 556 days in a row. That's weird to think about. I've been doing this for so long, I really hope this plays out the way that I want it to in the future. If it doesn't, then, it's all good. At least I'll have quite a trail of what I did, what I've been through, etc. So I'm really just banking on the fact that I can get some kind of AI or some kind of software built that can go through and listen to all these, because I still have every single audio file. And even if I didn't, they're all uploaded into Podbean. And even if they weren't there, they're on Spotify, which they'd have to be on Podbean to be on Spotify. But yeah, I'm just hoping for some kind of in-depth summary or in-depth or hyper-detailed something that can just extract every possible important detail. I'm sure that AI will be able to do that in the next year or two, I'm sure. But anyway, so let's actually do this. Let's check the status for the resignation live. Let's see if there's anybody saying anything else. So let's see, is it week 15 yet, or is it still week 14? Still week 14. So we're going to go to this mega thread on Reddit. This is where I've been going to find all my information. It looks like there's a lot of people posting. Okay, let's go see if we can find any DAF. Not seeing any DAF. Let's just search for it. What are we doing here? DAF. Last one was 9 hours ago. DOD DAF. Nothing as usual. Supervisor told me it's still pending. Okay, so we got a lot of people talking on this one. Let's see. I was told by HR about an hour ago that auto-generated approvals should be sent, quote, soon. Soon, open for interpretation. My thoughts exactly. My soup called AFL-CMC-HR. Fuck these acronyms, man. My soup called AFL-CMC-HR, and everyone is out of office. So she just went to local HR, and they are indeed still pending. They're waiting for the mass out processing at the local level. Apparently, there's a big delay because they didn't expect so many people to take this buyout. Just spoke with our HR supervisor. She said they were told this week, quote, nothing quite like narrowing it down for us. Yeah. Nice. So it looks like, based on more information, this week we'll get an answer, which we should. I mean, if we're being honest here, Wednesday should be my last day of work, but I haven't heard anything. So I can't remember where I saw it, but there's something else that says next Monday is when we'll get the outboarding email or out process email to accept, and then next week will be my last week. I also saw something these are just rumors, it's unofficial, but I read that the denial letters have already been sent, but I feel like people would have said that. I'd be seeing that already. But if that's true, then they've already been sent. I've not gotten one, which I don't think that's true, because I feel like I definitely see people posting about it, but I don't see any of that. So assuming that they have been sent, I haven't gotten one, so I got it. But they definitely haven't been sent, so it's still up in the air. And yeah, let's see if there's another. See, there's another thread on this. All time, so past. To go today. Nothing today. Let's see if we can just search Reddit. The FDA period 2 days ago. Let's go today. Anyone? I don't know. Okay, still approval. Sorry. Okay, let's try this one. I got an approval. Whoa. Wait, what? No, that's not right. DOY. Straight up. She's doing it again. Another day. Have you checked out the power by? Okay, let's try a different one. Welcome. Yeah, okay. We'll just leave it be. I check this a few times a day. I just like to see what people are saying, seeing if I'm part of this, seeing if I'm not, because I've already crunched all the numbers and I know how the future will play out depending on what option I'm able to take advantage of. And I actually redid it to be more realistic because I will definitely be doing 20 hours a week for Brian, and I will definitely be doing at least 15 hours a week for Mina. And so with those numbers in mind, if I don't take the resignation, which is the least likely thing, or if I don't get it, I'm still going to be A-okay. I'm going to be fine. Matter of fact, financially speaking, I'll be fantastic because I'm going to be having 3 sources of income per month, So we have $32.54 from my full-time job, $12.60 from Mina, and then $17.36 from Brian. This is after 30% has been taken from the total and put away into savings so that I'm good come tax season. So the total there, what's the total? $62.50 net income. The gross income, though, I think I have that somewhere. The gross income yearly for this is $118,222. So that's pretty cool. But when you throw in the 30% taxes and all that shit, then yeah. But yeah, if I don't take the resignation, then I'm going to be 100% out of debt by the end of the year, which is very cool. It's going to be a rough year because I'll be working my full-time job on top of 15 hours a week for Mina and then 20 hours a week for Brian. But I have the time in my schedule to do so. Not to mention when I have downtime, I can easily get in some hours. I haven't really done any hours today for Brian. If I'm looking at I got in not even an hour today. I was just addressing some errors with the resubmission for the Google verification. Dude, I gotta buy my own website. What I'm going to do, and I think this is something I should do anyway, just in case I want to get a job in this field, which I honestly should, just to better my skill set and also make a lot more money. Because if we go to, let's go entry-level software development jobs, salary. Let's just see what it says. Entry-level software development jobs in the U.S. typically fall within a salary range of $63,500, which is actually more than I make now. Actually, is it? What do I make now? I think I make 65 something. Let's see. So if I make 31.28 and I times that by, was it 2008? Is that how many hours you work? Let's make sure. Times that by 80 in 2 weeks, times that by 26 in a year. Yeah, so I got $65,062. So it's a little bit less entry level, but it says $65,000 or $63,500 to $106,000. The average salary is around $100,265, with top earners to potentially making $149,000 annually. These figures can vary based on blah blah blah. Yeah, so that's fucking cool. I'm not going to sit here and say that I don't want to make $100,000 a year. But, I would just so much rather do my own shit. And if that takes me an extra 5 years to make it happen, then so be it. But I don't think that'd be a bad thing to, in the meantime, just code all day anyway and then get better. So I just think that's a winning play right there, despite not necessarily wanting to do that. So going back to what I was saying, I got to make this website. I got to buy a domain name from GoDaddy. And I can do it from wherever, but it seems like they're pretty cheap. It's $1 for your first year, and then so you buy a 3-year subscription or plan, whatever. First year is $1, second year and third year $21 each. So I think total you pay $43 for 3 years, which is a stupid deal. And I'm not going to say anything right now about what I want to choose because I don't want anybody to come and swipe in. I don't think anybody would, but just in case, you never know. But I was looking at domain names. And at first I was thinking, what could I name this just to host a website, to put my privacy policy and my terms of service? What the fuck would I put? And I was like, well, actually, what if I just made it, my own portfolio website, and then I put everything that I ever build on there, make it nice, and then when I go apply for jobs, it's like, boom, there you go. Check out my resume. I made this whole thing. And that couldn't hurt me. It would only help. So that's a thought that I had. It would kind of allow me to try to work on something and have it be something that I would want to take extra care of, because this would be something in public. People would see it. People would literally judge me for it. They would say, okay, well, should we hire him for the company? Because he's got this website, he's got these different games, all this stuff. And, of course, I want to know what I'm talking about, and I want to have these things and have proof that I can code and whatever else. But I don't know. I don't know how I would do it. I'm sure I'd figure it out. But I instantly went from, fuck, I got to buy a website, got to host it, got to do this, got to blah, blah, blah. Instantly went from that to, well, I should probably do this anyway, so this is going to be beneficial. It's kind of exciting to build a project for myself, then house all my stuff, and then try to make that better. And so I mean, I'll figure that out. I think it'd be a good project for me to do, period. But here's that. But yeah, I didn't even get an hour in today. So for the week, we're sitting at about 4.5 hours, and that's probably what they're expecting, as if I'm 2 days in, 4.5 hours by the end of the week, not even at 15. So maybe that's what they're hoping for. However, I'm going to be starting a project tomorrow, I believe, with Jasmine. Jasmine's the chick that runs the marketing department. And then I guess we'll go from there. I just want to make sure that I can really just blow them out of the water with what I'm able to do. And if that means I use AI right now, then fucking so be it, dude. I think it matters more about the answer you're able to provide, the work that you're able to do, rather than how you're able to do it, for the most part. And that goes for specific areas only. But if I'm able to make a website fully functional, secure, and it works great, and I do that with AI versus doing it manually, shouldn't fucking matter as long as the end result is the same. So, yeah. I kind of feel like shit, to be honest, that I didn't get a lot of hours in, because, for example, last week at this time, I had 17 hours clocked. This week, this time, I've got 4.2. And so if I want to match by the end of tomorrow what I had last week, then I'm going to have to do 19 hours to get up to 20. What would that be? 23. Did you guys hear that boom? That's my vents. And that happens 85 times every night, and it's very annoying. And when I said, hey, can you guys fix it? They said, nothing we can do. And I said, cool. So when someone's actually breaking in, I'm going to say, oh, no, it's my vent. Then I'm going to get shot and killed. And then it's going to be like, oh, why didn't you do anything? And then I'm going to be, revived, and I'm going to say, oh, I thought it was the vent. And then I'm going to unrevive just so I can prove a point. And that's what goes through my head. So, yeah, I truthfully do kind of feel like shit. I didn't work that much. And I did do a lot of learning, though. When I say learning, I went on to Mimo, and I was just learning quite a bit of stuff, actually. And what I did was, so I made an interesting observation of myself today. So what I did, how the fuck do I get out of here? Hold on one sec. Okay, hold on. Let me favorite this one instead. Let's get rid of this. So I made an interesting observation of myself today. So I always believe in self-education. I believe in investing in yourself, because I believe when you do so, you are literally betting on yourself. And so I just realized this glass is uneven. Interesting. But when you bet on yourself, you're placing a bet on something that you are 100% in control of, which is you, your effort, your actions, your attitude, your behavior, 100%. So I think it's a no-brainer. Always bet on yourself, because you control, kind of. I know you don't fucking control everything. I know you don't control the weather and what other people do and whatever. I fully understand that. But you control your attitude, effort, work ethic, everything. So why wouldn't you? And I believe that 100%. So I'm looking on Mimo, and I finished the first part of a course today, the intro, and then it won't let me click anything else because it says I have to subscribe for the premium. And I was like, oh, fuck that, bro. No way. because on your phone, you have all the courses when you pay for Pro, but then there's a Max version, and that Max version allows you to do everything on your phone and the computer. And I thought, dude, I want to use it on my computer. I don't want to just have it on my phone, because on my phone, I don't really type that much. On my laptop, it's like real life. I'm going to be typing using the console, and I'm going to be coding on my computer, not my phone. So I caught myself going like, oh, what the fuck, $30 a month? Are you shitting me? And then I thought, dude, only $30 a month to learn this shit? Are you kidding me? Why wouldn't I? There's college degrees out there that are thousands per semester. This is a no-brainer. And then when I just kind of thought about it like that, I'm like, what am I doing? Of course I'm going to invest in myself. And then boom, bought it. And what's funny about this is that it's, it's monthly. So I bought it a month. And when you look, let's look out here. So essentially today I got 20% of the way done, because they expect you to do 20 minutes worth of coding per day. You can set a goal, 5, 10, or 20 minutes per day. 20 is aggressive, 5 is whatever. And that's just so fucking interesting to me, dude. What are you supposed to learn with 5 minutes a day? What are you supposed to learn with 20 minutes a day? I mean, it's better than 5, but I think I did about 4 hours today. And because of that, I got 20% of the way done. So I did JavaScript basics. I did types and comparisons. I'm working on conditionals. I actually did finish conditionals, but it looks like there's 5 modules or 5 lessons. See, with the first one, doesn't tell me how many there were. What the hell? Looks like there's 5 lessons for each. Ooh, no, loops, there's a lot more. Loops, there's 10. Arrays, there's 5. Functions, there's 7. Objects, there's 4. Applied functions, there's 7. ES6, which that's going to have a lot. Oh, nope, 7. Array operations, 4. Dynamic web pages, 8. Document object model, 5. JavaScript events, 5. Synchrony and asynchronony in JavaScript, 4. JavaScript classes, 8. Modules, libraries, and node, that's 4. So I wish it would tell me how many courses there were. Siri, what's 4 plus 8 plus 4 plus 5 plus 5 plus 8 plus 4 plus 7 plus 7 plus 4 plus 7 plus 5 plus 9 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4?
Do you want me to use ChatGPT to answer that?
Honestly, no, because you should be able to just fucking do the math without ChatGPT. It's all good, but let's see what he says.
The sum is 89.
So there's 89 lessons, I guess. There's more because there's these practice things. So take 89 and then add 64. So that 153. So 153 lessons. And I did 20% of them today. I think it was a little bit less because I had some done earlier. But what I'm trying to get at here is I paid for a month. And this is going to take me, if I really let it go out, it's going to take me 10 more days. So that means I have 20 more days left of this $30. This $30 essentially is going to teach me the fundamentals of JavaScript. From there, there's different courses that I can take. Not a lot, I'll be honest, which kind of sucks, but I can go into the full stack developer path. I can go into the front end developer, and I can take the back end developer. And what I'm going to definitely do is do the full stack developer, or maybe I'll just go HTML and then CSS after this. These are just different languages. But when you read in the full stack, it says become a full stack developer. Full stack just means you can do front end, back end, and then database stuff. So learn HTML, it's a language, CSS, it's a language, JavaScript, that's what I'm doing now, and React, as well as Node.js, Express, and SQL. This is beginner friendly. So whatever the fuck that means. And then there's front end developer. So dive deep into HTML, CSS, and JavaScript and conquer React. So that's front end, which is mentioned in the full stack. And then we have backend, which is become a backend developer, learn JavaScript, understand Node.js, build backends with Express, and master SQL. Now, these are, it's the front end, the back end. We have the full stack, which is the front and back end. Then there's also Python developer. It says become a Python developer, learn the all-purpose language Python, and build sophisticated programs. I don't know which is the best one to start making shit with in the future. But everything that I've looked at says that JavaScript is the best one to learn first because it's the most universal. everything runs on it. Every website, every web page, especially in Google, runs off of it, or in Google Chrome, whatever. I don't know what the fuck they said. And yeah, so there's individual courses on everything that I just talked about, except a few. There's an HTML course, CSS, Swift. I want to learn Swift so I can go back to 100 days of Swift. I was learning a lot with that, but it's for Apple products. SQL, Python, JavaScript, TypeScript, React. But that's it. That's all that Mimo has right now. I thought they had a lot more. This is wrong. Matter of fact, they might have more on the app. Let's see. Let's go to coding path. JavaScript. How do I get out of this? Continue to next practice. Max. Leaderboard. They have this leaderboard on here. I've got 5,005 points. The second place through sixth place only has about 1,000. And everybody after that has less than 1,000. So I'm fucking killing it, dude. I don't know how to tell. So I don't think there's more on the app. But this is it just kind of gamifies it, you know, like we've got XP and streaks and shit like that. I can use coins to buy stuff. And I think that's kind of fucking corny. And let me explain why. So you go in here and you have, where do I use my points at? This is what you can buy with your coins or whatever, okay? Automatically applied the first time you have a day of inactivity and keeps your streak going for 200 coins. I just think that shit's so corny. It's a streak for a reason. A streak means you go 100 days. Well, streak means you go 557 days with a podcast in a row without missing one. I can buy a streak freeze, so if I miss a day, then I keep my streak alive, and that's just bullshit. It's like, no, you're paying money to lie to yourself, and whatever. I just disagree with that. And people buy it. I don't understand. So free weekend ticket. Purchase before the weekend starts to protect your streak and have a break. This shit's so corny, bro. Like, do you want to learn or do you not want to learn? If you don't go for the weekend, and that's 2 days, your streak is gone, bro. I don't know what the fuck to tell you, you know? Then there's a streak repair. Repair the most recent day of inactivity and get back on track. Available only once per month. It's free. That is some pussy shit. Double XP gain. Receive 2 times XP for the next 24 hours to improve your leaderboard position. That's cool. It's 400 coins. I only have 120 coins, so whatever. And then league protection. Protect yourself from dropping to a lower league the next time you finish in the danger zone. Dude, if you fuck up so bad that you drop a league, I think you should drop a league. I don't think you should be able to save yourself with points. So it's kind of weird. But it is kind of gamified because there's a profile, and I've got certificates. And I think these are professional certificates. Professional certificates have a QR code that can be scanned to validate their authenticity. They are only available for our career paths. So that's pretty cool. They have a lot of them. There's full stack, Python, backend, front end. There's full stack, Python, backend, front end. I just said that. JavaScript, TypeScript, React with Swift, HTML, SQL, CSS, Python. Get to the top of your leaderboard and win a trophy. I don't give a fuck about any of that, but that is cool because right now I'm in the wooden league, and there's 4 days and 19 minutes left. I don't know when this updates. There's 4 days and 19 minutes left in the wooden league. I'm definitely going to be passing away because I can't breathe. Definitely going to be advancing to the next one. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to say it's free, but it's so cheap. $30 a month. You know, I'm paying $1 a day to learn this shit. And I think ultimately the goal is to go through all this and then just gain the basics, you know, because this is not going to teach me and help me get a job when I finish it. No way. No way I do this in 5 days and then land a job. No way. But it definitely is going to give me the fundamentals, and then from there I can go from there. You know, it's kind of like when you're driving on the freeway and Google Maps says, hey, in 13 miles, you're just going to keep going straight. It's like, why do you need to tell me that I have to keep going straight in 13 miles? You can just tell me I need to keep going straight for the next however until I turn. You don't need to tell me that's stupid shit, you know? hey, for the next 12 miles, you're going to keep going straight. But then when you get to that 12th mile, what you're going to do differently is nothing. You're going to keep going. But I'm going to tell you that in 12 miles. So whatever. All right. So yeah, I'm learning to code. That's cool. And it's better than nothing, but I'm definitely retaining it because, so I don't really like the way it teaches necessarily, but it does it in a way where it changes it up very simply so I can get the fast feedback. So it'll say, I don't know how to explain it. So it'll say like 1 + 2 = what? And I'm like, oh, obviously that's 3. And then it'll say 1 + what = 3. And it's like, 2. And then it's like, okay, if I say that this goes and it prints out in the console, what will have to be the first number in order for it to show 3? And it's like, okay, well, 1 + 2 would have to be, okay, 3. And then, okay, it's got to be 1. So 1 + 2. And then that's how I'm kind of connecting the dots. Now that was just some made up horseshit examples, but that's kind of how they're laying it out. And so the variation of me trying to connect the dots, I think is helpful because there are some little questions and quiz answers or whatever that they give me. And I'm like, what the fuck are you even trying to say to me right now? And it's just, there's a lot of, so I've been taking notes kind of, there's these different things. They're called operators. There's these negators and logical operators, conditions, which means, so for example, I can say that I can make a variable and I can call it water. And then I can make that water hold the value of true. I can then say console log and then water. That's what I just said. And I say bottle? I don't know. I can say water. But I can put an exclamation point before water, which means it's the opposite of what the value of it is. So water was true. If I put an exclamation point before water, it means it's false. So all of a sudden, we're not even talking about water. It's just like, is it true or false? And it's like, wait, is what true or false? Is water true or false? What the fuck do you mean? And then you have that, and then it's like, okay, if water is false, use a negation operator to make it say true when you print it. And I'm like, whoa, so that it's false, but then I negate a false, that'd be positive. So I don't negate it, it'd be positive. So what the fuck is going on? Like that's kind of what I'm struggling with right now is the double negatives. I don't want to say they're double negatives, but it's what they are. Double negatives and just trying to stay organized in the thought process. And the other thing that they do that I don't like is they have sometimes, most of the time, they have the pieces of the code in little chunks, and you can click the chunk and it'll go to the next spot that's available. And when I'm lost, I don't want to be able to look down and see, that's what it is. I don't want those hints. I want to be able to think and do it myself. So what I do is I enlarge the screen so much that those helpful things at the bottom aren't visible. And that challenges me a little bit more. And I'll be honest, when I'm doing this, it's not hard. It's difficult to really just keep going and keep learning because I can do a lesson or two, no problem. And that takes me about 10 minutes. And about 10 minutes. And when I start doing the third and fourth, I'm like, oh, fuck, bro, this is so much all at once. And so I got to kind of back off. But I just kind of force myself through it. And I'm able to get it done. I mean, shit. So if we look today, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 9, 13, 17. So I got 17 lessons done. I got 4 left on the third section. That's what they are. They're sections. And So what if we just set some goals right now live? Let's do that just for shits and giggles. Let's get a new template out here. Okay, let's go. Wow, what's realistic here? I don't know. Let's really push for this though. If I allocate at least 2 hours a day to learning, I could definitely get at least 10 lessons done. At least. I'm gonna push for it. I'm gonna say 15. Ooh, that's just so tough, dude. We'll go 15. So we'll go coding goals. Keeping it simple, just a blank Word doc. In dark mode, though, we all know that's superior. Coding goals. So we're going to finish the JavaScript JavaScript completion. No, JavaScript goal. Actually, we're going to make this bigger. So coding goals, JavaScript goal. So finish by, so we're 20% complete through 3 things here. It doesn't even make sense. So we'll get, man, when did I even start this? Does it tell me when I started this or when I completed it? Probably not, huh? When did I get Mimo? Was that yesterday that I started doing all this? When did I start doing this? I bet you it's in my email. It's hot as fuck in my room. What's going on? Okay, let's go Mimo. Bro, that was this morning? God damn, dude. I don't know. We'll just say that I did 15% in one day. So if that's the case, then we have 80% left, which means we've got five days of 15% left. So we'll give ourselves 6 days. So 6 days. So I should finish this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So by Sunday of next week. So this is just 2 hours a day. I have plenty of time to do this. I'm already calling myself out. There's no way that I don't have enough time to do this. Only way I'm going to say that I don't have enough time to do this is if all of a sudden I got work at work and Mina said, hey, you're going to do this. And then all of a sudden I had projects going with Brian all at the same time. So let's go. So that would be, what day of the fuck would that be? April, or May 4th. May the 4th be with you. Okay. May 4th. That's the JavaScript. Okay. After JavaScript, I want to go into. So here's the thing. If I go into full stack developer right now, it actually already has my JavaScript stuff in there, I believe. Yeah, creating variables. Section 2, using variables. Yeah, it's already got all my JavaScript in there already. So, well, what the fuck is going on? Creating variables or using code with functions, interacting. Are these the same things? You finished all your learn sessions. Pick a chapter from, don't want to do that. And then redo it. I don't know what the best course of action here is. I feel like it's almost better to do them all one by one and then to go back into the full stack and then do that. Because then it'll be a big refresher and I'll be able to get that refresher and kind of plow through it, you know. So let's do that. Let's commit to that right now. So right after JavaScript, let's just pick HTML. Let's see what this has. What does the section look like? Oh, there's only, okay. Yeah, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, yeah, so JavaScript had, what did we say, like 140 something, 130, 153, that's what it was. Why do I remember that, but I can't remember important information? So HTML the basics course has 7, 5, so that's 12 plus 4, 16, 3, 19, 3, 22, 4 for all of those. Looks like there's actually a lot more for each. So 4, so 12. Oh, maybe I was wrong. 16, 20, 24. What did I just say? 24 plus 22. So about 50. So it should take half the time. So we'll say HTML goal finish by, so May 4th, so 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, May 8th. Okay. And then CSS, I feel like that's just naturally what would follow. So let's go back, CSS course. Okay. Now this is going to be, this is actually a little bit bigger. Well, not really. Yeah, kinda. Yeah, it's bigger. So we got 8. Oh, this is bigger. 8. Oh, this is way, fuck me. This is way bigger. Okay, so we got 8. So 16, 16, 32, 8, 40, 13. So what did I just say? 53. So remember 53 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Fuck. 11, 12, 13 times 4 is 52. 52 plus 53, we have 105. So this is going to be a bigger one for sure. So we'll go finish by, give myself 6 days for that. So it'd be 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, May 14th. And now after that, that would be, I think that would qualify me unofficially as a front-end developer. So unlock web development, deep dive in HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, and conquer React. So React would have to be after that then? Is that true? Okay, so what about backend? Backend would have to be learn JavaScript, understand Node.js. The difference in verbs that they chose here: learn JavaScript, understand Node.js, build backends with Express, and master SQL. I kind of get to know databases, tables, and queries while learning smart ways to extract and manage it. I kind of want to do SQL after that because, is this a big one? This is a smaller one. So is that the right way to go about doing this, or should I go to React? What should I do? Let's do, well, we're just going to, it doesn't matter what I do next as long as I do them all, and the dates will be the same in the end. So we'll go, so this one's got 7, 14, 22, 27, 34, 37. So 37 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 40, 77. So it's going to be about the same thing as HTML. So it's about 4 days. So we'll go SQL goal. That should be for May. We'll go with 19th. Give ourselves 1 day. Maybe something happens. I don't know. Now that we've got that one done, what would we do after that? So let's go. So we got SQL, HTML, CSS. I think at that point we'd have to go to React. I think that makes the most sense. So we'll go React. And then after that, I'm going to have everything done that I need to have done before going into the full stack developer. Because full React TypeScript. Is that in here? There's no TypeScript. What does the Python developer look like? Should I be learning Python right now? Is this pretty big? Oh, I think this is a fucking beefy. This is a beefer, dude. This is a beefer right here. 31, 47, 60, 73, 82, 94, 108, 115. Assuming all of those have an extra 12 times. Yeah, that was a beefy one. That's a big one. It's probably a 2-weeker. We're not going to focus on that right now, though. So we'll go to React. So React after SQL. This one is this a beefer? Oh, this is tiny. So we got 30, 22, 30, 34. What I'm saying, by the way, these numbers, that's the amount of lessons in there. And the lessons take me about 5 to 10 minutes each. So I'm just trying to calculate. So then we'll go React goal. And then that's going to be, we'll just say that's another 5 days. 34 times it by 12. May 24th. Okay, now that we have that, and then we'll go front end develop. Maybe I should actually section these off and then do them repeatedly so that I can get the certificates just for the sake of having them. And really hammer home the knowledge, because at the time of where we're at in this process, we're not even a month in, because this is the 24th. So 24th of May, the goal is to have JavaScript, HTML, CSS, SQL, and React the React course is done. I'm not saying I'm a fucking pro by any means. It's not how that works. But that'd be cool. So if I go and I do, let's do the front end. Let's do the front end developer. So what I'll do is I'll go through and I'll do everything. See, this is just so beefy. This is going to be a big one. But I think I'll be able to fly through it a little bit faster because I'll understand more. Because it looks like, for example, I've already started working on JavaScript, but it says that I've already gotten 15 out of the 30 things completed for JavaScript. So I'm gonna have to test that out tomorrow when I complete one thing in JavaScript, and then what it does for the front end developer. Because it says I've got 15 out of 30 for interactive web pages completed. I guess I do. All these look familiar to me. I don't want to click it and then redo it though. Conditionals. Yeah, I just did that. Using code with functions. Is that where I'm at with JavaScript? Let's look. Loops. Okay, let's go in here and look. Loops. I think that's more surface level. I don't know. Yeah, whatever. Let's just get into it. So my goal, I think, is to get all these done within 2 months, because I feel like that would be a good amount of things for me to learn. So fuck it, dude. Let's just plan for it, and then if things change, then they change. But at least I'm setting some goals and having some kind of path to follow here. Okay, so all this is done. So front end developer, that's a big one. I just want to look at it one more time. So front end developer. How much is the full stack one then? Or is that what I already looked at? No, full stack is huge. That's a big bitch. Okay, we'll go back to front end. Maybe we'll move SQL because we're not going to even have to worry about that yet. So let's just move that. Let's push these back a little bit. So React goal was 5 days. So we'll go 20th. So we're moving SQL. We're going to do the front end developer. That one's a big biatch. So I don't even want to count these. Actually, watch this. Fucking ChatGPT coming in clutch right here. Watch this. We're going to highlight all this. Go into ChatGPT. How many lessons are there? And then add in the amount of lines times 12 to the total. Okay, so we got a total of, it's doing its thing, 239 lessons, and then when you add in all the extra ones that I will be doing, that's 407. That's a big motherfucker. So if you say that if one lesson takes me about 5 minutes and I can get about 5 to 10 minutes, I'll just say 7.5. Siri, what is 407 divided by 7.5?
It's approximately 54.2666.
Okay, Siri, what is... Okay, wait. So 54 times... Siri, what's 54 times 7 point... Wait, what the fuck? So 54 times... What am I trying to do? I don't know. Doesn't matter. 407. So that means I get about... We'll just say 6. Just say 6 lessons done. It's 12. Siri, what's 407 divided... Siri, what's 407? Siri, what's 407 divided by 15?
The answer is approximately 27.1333.
Are you saying it's going to take me a month to do this fucking thing? All right, well, that's what it says. It's 27 days, so we'll go June 17th. And we'll go back end developer. This takes so long, huh? This is why... It's funny, this is literally my thought process years ago. I'm like, it's going to take so long to do it. I don't want to have to do this. I'm not going to... I don't want to do it. I know more about fitness coaching. To here I am already just, having a good-ass time doing all this. So back end, is this bigger or smaller? This is much smaller. Yeah, intro to JavaScript, that's already part of the back end. Okay, so we'll just say that this is 15 days. So we'll just round it up. So we'll just say July 1st. So finish by. Okay, and then we'll go full stack developer. Now the full stack developer, that's a big biatch. And this is the one that has all the... Oh wait, was I counting the wrong one? Was I counting the wrong one? No. Wait, what the fuck? 14, 13, 13, 10. Oh, I wasn't doing the wrong one. Okay, so this one, so forward is 12, 240. So this is probably going to take another month as well. So we'll just say August 1st. And I think we'll just stop right there. The only ones at this point that I wouldn't have completed would be, I wouldn't have Python. I wouldn't have the SQL done yet. I wouldn't. So Swift, SQL, and Python. Yeah, I don't know, because this is taking me up to August 1st. Now the goal is to not have it take me that long. I want to really tackle this shit. I know I can if I just keep going the way that I'm going. So first goal is to finish JavaScript by May 4th. And I fully believe that I can do that 100%. Just got to keep going. So now let's kind of detail this out. So April 29th. What are we going to do tomorrow? We're going to do conditionals and loops and arrays. Conditionals, loops, and arrays. So we're just going to write the numbers. 3, 4, and 5. April 30th. How big are these? Actually, that's a big one. So 6 is bigger, 7. These are big biatches, dude. It's all good. We'll just commit to doing 3 per day, and then if we do more, then not a big deal. And 8, May 1st. We're going to go 9, 10, and 11. This actually lines up pretty close with the date. So May 2nd, 12, 13, and 14. May 3rd, 15, and 16. Kind of the loose roadmap that I want to adhere to. And by May 4th, we'll have this done, and then we'll be finishing, well, I guess we'll be starting HTML as soon as that's done, and then we'll go into CSS. And so we'll just start here. So JavaScript goal, boom, make that JavaScript goal, finish by May 4th. Okay, well, that's kind of loosely how I came up with this goal and what I'm going to do to try to achieve it. And we will go from there. It's very easy to set goals, very easy to get pumped up about these goals, but now I just have to stick with it and make sure that I adhere to it, because I would like to learn all this as soon as possible. And then I like the idea of having these certificates, even if they're dog shit and they don't mean anything. The thought of, just adding that to just my accolades. I always think about Call of Duty, like when you have all those accolades, there's literally a tab called accolades. You go in there, you have all the medals, all the calling cards, all the emblems and stuff that you've earned and how you earn them, get 10 grenades or get 10 kills with a grenade, or dolphin dive and then a double kill right out. Just cool shit like that. So I would just like to have one big compilation or stash of just all of that, because I think this stuff is cool. So anyway, I don't know how these episodes are so long, dude. I don't even... 50 minutes ago, I was like, fuck recording the show. I'm just going to make it quick. Hour later, here we go. Or here we are, So whatever. That's the goal setting episode for learning some of the stuff. I could be way off, but it doesn't matter, because in the end, it'll be really fun to look back on these episodes and look at what I thought was a good goal setting for maybe what is actually shit goal setting for learning how to code and stuff. It's just a website, paying for it, and it's teaching me, and I'm retaining it. So I mean, I think that's worth every penny, So anyway, all right, guys, that's all I got. Thanks for listening. I'll talk to you later. Bye bye.